Rauk FPV in the Discord wants to know, why does my set point have these steps in it? My set point has these steps. That is right here. These steps here are what you're asking about. Rauk, that is caused by your packet rate. Okay? So the signal coming from the controller has a certain number of, it has a packet rate, and that's how fast the data comes in, with 100 times a second, 250 times a second, 50 times a second. And that causes stair-stepping in your RC command. Where's your RC command? This blue is the gyro. This is your set point. That's weird that your set point, It's weird. Is the green your set point? It's weird that your set point has stair-stepping on the way up, but not on the way down. That seems like that there's an obvious reason for that. Is it feed? You have feed forward. Yeah. You must have feed forward set up with, hang on. I'm going to show it on screen. So why is the question RC anti-gravity 82? I think you're right that his RC filtering settings are wrong. I think that's where we're going to end up. But anti-gravity, before we do that, I want to figure out, why does he have stair-stepping on the way up, but not on the way down? So hang on, let's talk about the stair-stepping. So your RC input, your RC command updates from the receiver, whatever your packet rate is, 50 hertz, 100 hertz, 250 hertz. It's that many times per second. And each time you get an update, the set point is updated. And those changes in set point can cause feed forward to freak out, because feed forward responds to changes in the set point. So the set point is filtered to prevent feed forward from freaking out. And that's why we say, if you're seeing stair-stepping like that in your set point, it means your RC command filtering is not set correctly. But why is it only on the way up, not on the way down? So there's two things to sort of dig into here. So the first one, stop. Let's just connect here. The first thing to look at is here in the receiver tab. What you need to be looking at is your RC smoothing settings. I'm going to guess that you screwed with these because the defaults should work correctly. I guess not 100% of the time. So, like, are you on your default settings here, including auto smoothness and everything? Does this get screwed up if you're like running Crossfire and it changes from 150 to 50 hertz, or does it auto? Yeah, Bastian Sonderman. I think that Betaflight auto detects the change from 50 to 150 hertz in Crossfire. But if this was a moment where it had just changed over. No, this is not the right one. Hang on. Oh, shoot. Did I close it? Oh, no, it's I see, my bad. It's a screen grab. If this was a moment where it had just changed from 50 to 150, what if in this exact moment it changed from 50 to 150 hertz or vice versa, and then the filtering was not correct? That actually would explain it. It's not that it was on the way down, it was smooth, and on the way up, it wasn't. If we had the actual black box log, we could actually look at the filtering settings and see what had happened. We'll just have to guess. The other thing, so maybe it changed from 50 to 150 hertz, like right in here, and that caused this to happen. The other thing that could be happening, I think, is that in your PID tuning tab, no, Rauk is giving us the black box log. Great. The other thing that could be happening is in the PID tuning tab, if we have feed forward transition set up, then we're going to get different behavior with feed forward when returning to center stick than when deflecting away from center stick. And that's the only thing I can think of that would cause a difference in behavior between deflecting and returning, but I'm not actually sure this behavior is correct for that. Let me look at this black box log that Rauk sent. So oh good, it's short. Wait, nope. Oh, here we go. 336. And let's go to stick tracking, which I think is where you are. And let's find that. Let's find that situation. Doesn't look like it happened there. So did it happen here? Here's the first question. Does it happen every time? Let's go to, were we on pitch, roll? What were we on, Rauk? Was it on pitch? Let's keep looking. So here's another, it looks like he's doing flips on pitch. So he says pitch. So let's just look at pitch. So we don't see it here, do we? We don't see it here. So it doesn't happen every time. I mean, you can see just a little bit, can't you? Like, if I set this just right, you can see just a little bit of stutteriness, but not much. No like stair stepping per se. Where is, there we go. Here it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into graph setup and add a new graph. And what I want, oh no, I'm so sorry. You need debug set to, there's a specific debug setting you would have needed. Oh, we were zoomed in. Apologies, folks. I mean, there is, but it's not this extreme. This is crazy. I mean, this stair stepping that we're seeing going down here is normal. That's a normal amount of stair stepping. This is excessive. That's my point. I think what we would need is we would need debug set to, is it RC interpolation? I think, wait, let me look. RC smoothing rate. I think that's it. So I think if you set debug to RC smoothing rate, you can see when it changes from 50 to 150 hertz. But we just but since we don't have that set, we can't know that. Damn. So my guess is, because we only see it in this one case, we don't see this large amount of stair stepping anywhere else. My guess is that you just changed from 50 to 150 hertz or vice versa, and for a moment the RC filtering was not correct. So this is all pretty normal. Yeah, we don't see that extreme stair stepping anywhere else. So I would just ignore that. Now, if you really care about that, you should set Crossfire to locked 50 hertz or locked 150 hertz and not use dynamic. And then that won't happen because it'll just detect your packet rate at the beginning of the flight and stay there for the whole rest of the flight. All right, cool. Good discussion. Ooh, that was deep. I hope I got it right. We'll see. Mark Spatz is going to come around and tell me what I got wrong. Yes, Kevin G. I think this is about Crossfire going from 150 hertz to 50 hertz. Rauk FPV, no! Don't switch to Tracer. I mean, if you're looking for a reason, go ahead. I mean, you go with my blessing. Just take Crossfire and lock it at 150 hertz. That's what you can do, and you don't need to spend any extra money. In the Crossfire Lewis script, you can manually set it to locked 150 hertz. That's what I highly recommend doing. If you are at 250 or 500 milliwatts, which is what most people are going to be at with Crossfire, depending on if you've got the micro module or a Tango, even at locked 150 hertz, you probably will outrun your 5.8 gigahertz video. I run locked 150 hertz on basically all of my Crossfire builds, and I don't have an issue with LQ. I mean, anywhere I feel like my video is solid, Crossfire is good to go. So. And here's the other thing to keep in mind, guys. So people say, really? Because when I fly Crossfire, it switches from 150 hertz to 50 hertz really close, like 150 meters. And people think that's the range, but no, it's not. Crossfire is very, very conservative about switching to 50 hertz if it's in dynamic mode. It is very, very conservative. So the way it works is, at LQ of like 80, Crossfire switches from 150 to 50. And then 50 hertz can keep going. But if you lock it at 150 hertz, you can go down to an LQ of like 40 before you're actually at risk of failsafe, according to TBS. So if you're thinking your 150 hertz range where you would failsafe is where you see it switch from 150 to 50, no. You go way further. You can go way further. Like if you think about my house, you know how sometimes I fly all the way out to that ridge line? I can do that on 150 hertz, no problem. At 250 milliwatts, no problem. You go plenty far. In dynamic mode, it's extremely conservative about when it switches. If you really care about your RC command and your feed forward and stuff, don't use dynamic. Just lock it, because it screws with your PIDs a little bit. You may not even notice in real life.